What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Car Knuckles and I'm back again, this time to give you another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about why Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is an absolute monster. Now first off, Goku has always been my favourite character, but I will have to say this, during the Cell Saga, my god, Teen Gohan was just absolutely phenomenal. He was an absolute monster, and even Cell said it himself. After getting his butt whipped so much, trying to power up to reveal his full power, then going into like the big monstrous gigantic fat thing that he was, or whatever you want to call it, he outright admitted that Gohan is a monster. But in the end, it was his own fault for pushing him, just continuously pushing and pushing and pushing, just because he wanted to see how powerful Gohan was, and still thought that he could have took Gohan out. But we'll get to Gohan at that stage in just a moment. I kind of want to take it all the way back to the start of the series, because Gohan had some serious character development throughout the entirety of Dragon Ball Z. We're not going to be going past the Cell Saga, because don't get me wrong, I love Ultimate Gohan, but this is mainly where Gohan had his like shining moment, really. So yeah, right back at the start of the series, you know for a fact Gohan was this little boy that just didn't know how to fight, had this amazing talent, like so much power. He was even stronger than Goku and Piccolo at that point, but it was only due to the fact that Gohan was being forced to studying because Chi-Chi wanted him not to be a fighter like Goku, and that she wanted Gohan to grow up and be like a scholar. But at the end of the day, after Goku's death and realizing that the Saiyans would be coming, Gohan was ultimately trained by Piccolo, because Piccolo saw something in Gohan where whenever he got angry, he just seemed to have this massive burst of energy, and he saw the damage that he dealt to Raditz. And yet Gohan wasn't even as powerful as Raditz, but he still delivered such a terrifying, disgusting blow to Raditz that it even injured him so much that he couldn't even stop Goku from holding him. That's how bad that damage was. So going on from there, Gohan would learn to fight. He would realize that he has this ability, and then when it actually came to the Saiyan Saga itself, where Nappa and Vegeta came, it happened a couple of times. Gohan would always seem to have this ability that was always hidden within him, that would only ever come out, like I said, if he saw friends or family get hurt right in front of his eyes. Obviously with Piccolo's death, that was one of the main reasons that Gohan's power was above 3,000. So yeah, Nappa was still able to deflect that, but Gohan always seems to just have these little spot bursts. He had it against Vegeta. Obviously he was the reason that Vegeta left the planet. He ended up cutting off Gohan's tail after Gohan transformed it into an ape, but ultimately that was his own cause of, you know, being crushed by Gohan. But then the other little bits that I wanted to point out is that where Gohan's mainly scared, you saw it firsthand against Nappa. Piccolo and Krillin pulled off this nice little plan to help try and get rid of Nappa, but Gohan was that scared that he ended up running away. No matter how many times people would be like, Gohan, you've got the power, you can do this, we believe in you. Gohan would just have this, like, I'm not a fighter mentality, which is true. It was stated in the Cell Saga by Piccolo at that specific point. But then after the Saiyan Saga, going into Namek, Gohan was still pretty much the same. He would be a bit more confident, showing his power. You know, he'd fight the likes of the Ginyu Force, ultimately losing to Raccoon, getting his neck broken, only saved by Goku with a Senzu Bean. So yeah, Gohan was getting better here and there. Like, he would be training, obviously due to his Saiyan power. Every time that he would get beaten, his power would increase, and it was only up until Frieza came into it. So when they were having their fight with Frieza before Goku came into it, Gohan yet again had a massive outburst of energy, managing to hurt Frieza, not like extremely hurt, but managing to exchange some good punches on Frieza and then trying to finish him off with a Masenko. Unfortunately, Frieza was that much more powerful that Gohan wasn't going to be able to defeat him. It was only due to the fact that Gohan witnessed Frieza get really horny with Krillin, and yeah, that didn't really go down too well with Krillin. But still, anyway, Gohan would obviously unleash his power. Vegeta then obviously realized what would happen if he was in like a near-death state with Krillin, and then Gohan obviously getting healed by Dende. So yeah, it just kind of went from there, and then he came back once again later after Goku was having his fight with Frieza. Gohan thought that he was dead, but was managing to hold off Frieza, and then again a massive burst of energy against Frieza. Still not doing anything because Frieza was by far a lot stronger than Gohan. Like, Frieza would have just one-banged Gohan so easy at that point. And then bringing it on to the Android Saga. Now, Gohan again, little bit older, learning a bit more because he wanted to train. He did, and then going against the androids. But by that point, Gohan was becoming a lot more confident. It was only due to the fact that when Goku and Gohan ended up in the hyperbolic time chamber, you saw that little flashback from when Goku was talking that he knew Gohan would be the one to defeat Cell. He even explained that to Piccolo because he knew Piccolo would understand. Everyone on that cliff thought Goku was going nuts when Goku said like, yeah, Gohan's going to be the one to take on Cell and he's going to beat him. It was only until he said to Piccolo that you and I both know that Gohan has had this hidden potential ever since he was little and he's always been able to keep up with everyone. It was due to the fact that Gohan wasn't experienced enough with fighting. Yes, he had a few fights, but he wasn't that experienced compared to the likes of Goku, Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, Vegeta, Trunks and so forth. But then when he went up against Cell, everyone witnessed that he was stronger than Goku just by powering up at that moment, just before his fight went on with Cell. Over the course of the fight, it wasn't looking great. Gohan was looking like he was going to get killed no matter how much he tried. But that is why I'm going to bring up the point now of what I was talking about earlier. Piccolo has stated that Gohan is not like Goku. He literally stated this to Goku that Gohan is not a fighter like you. He is just a scared boy and he's wondering where his father is and why he's not helping me, which then made Goku think Piccolo's right. Gohan then suddenly realized that the reason that his dad put him into the battle is because he suddenly realized, yes, I've had this hidden potential ever since I was a kid. And he was sort of explaining to Cell, you know, like I was talking to you guys about the whole thing with Frieza, the Ginyu Force, Vegeta, every previous battle that Gohan's been in where he's had that burst of energy. And obviously it piqued Cell's interest. So Cell decided to try and push Gohan's limits to try and make him angry. And obviously he sprouted out the little Cell Juniors. They went to attack Goku and the rest of the Z fighters. And then it came to Hercule, has always had those moments where he's always been that one to help them out. Obviously, you know, Android 16 tried to self-destruct, didn't work, got blown to pieces apart from his head. Hercule threw the head in to speak to Gohan. He then obviously explained what he's like as a person, because you guys know Android 16 was solely created to destroy Goku. But after seeing what nature is like and seeing what everyone is like, you could see how nice he was compared to the likes of 17 and 18. So 16 obviously was explaining everything and saying, look, Gohan, just unleash your energy. Just do what you've got to do. Protect everything that I love and what you love. He understood where Gohan was coming from because they kind of had the same similar personality. Obviously, Gohan then witnessed 16 get destroyed by Cell crushing Android 16's head. And that is where we had the awesome transformation, and is still my favorite transformation to this day. I know Goku has the awesome Super Saiyan 3 transformation, obviously the iconic Super Saiyan transformation, but I think the reason why it stuck out to me so more with Gohan is because you see a scared little kid, and then at this point he's finally overcome. He snapped. He was just amazing. And with the OST from Bruce Falconer right behind Gohan's transformation, which I'm going to insert the clip here. I've got chills right now. Unfortunately, you guys can't see that, but it was so cool to see the first Super Saiyan 2, and it had to be Gohan. Of course it was going to be Gohan. That was Akira Toriyama's whole point of Dragon Ball Z. Yes, we had Goku, but the whole point of Gohan was supposed to be his character development of being a scared little boy all the way up until the end of Dragon Ball Z when he become Mystic Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, whichever one you want to call it. He was still the strongest character by the end of the series. A lot of people would argue that Goku was, but think about this. Majin Buu was originally Kid Buu. He only got stronger after he absorbed all of the Kais, and then obviously that's when he became Fat Buu, and then become Super Buu, and then went back to Kid Buu. And Goku was on par. Obviously we know Goku gets stronger, but if you put Mystic Gohan in the place, he would have annihilated Kid Buu. So Akira Toriyama, yeah, he did fulfill what he wanted to do with Gohan, but obviously, like I said, we're not talking about that. I just wanted to put that out there. Going back to Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, so you can see this is where Gohan is serious. It's like he's done a complete 180 right here. So he's gone from being scared to not wanting to fight, trying to convince Cell, like, you know, this is bad, I don't want to do this, to being like, right, Cell, you've done this much damage, you've tried to hurt the people, you've killed Android 16, you tried to kill my friend, you tried to kill my dad, and, you know, his power is just like tenfold. It's just like gone straight off the charts. So obviously during the course of the fight, Cell is not able to hit Gohan. Gohan's matching him blow for blow, and he's always keeping this serious face because that is his mission. He is going to destroy Cell. And then Cell thinking, oh, well, you know, I've not unleashed my full power, I'm going to do that. Unleash his full power, and Gohan's just like, is that it? Is that really it? Is that all you got to show for it? Cell's obviously a bit quicker, manages to get a quick hit on Gohan, but Gohan's just like, yeah, no, that was nothing. Delivers 2 punches, and Cell even admits that he's damaged, and he doesn't get why. Gohan's power is just so far beyond anyone else's at that point that no one is capable of touching him. Like, everyone is completely outmatched by him, and Gohan is just not taking any crap right now from Cell. And you gotta admit, the way that he was just walking up to Cell, Cell's trying to blast him with any little energy blast, Gohan's just managing to dodge them. Obviously, we can't see it. Obviously, Gohan's just, you know, dodging it so quick. Cell can't even understand what the hell's going on. Delivers 2 Destructo Discs. Gohan catches them with his bare hands. Cell's just losing the plot right now. Obviously, delivers that huge Kamehameha that would have destroyed the planet. And yet, Gohan delivers one that doesn't even look that bad, but then manages to absorb the Kamehameha that Cell has released and damages Cell so much that even Vegeta was like, how is Gohan just not exhausted after that? He unleashed a bigger Kamehameha than Cell, and yet he's just standing there like, yeah, so what's next? And obviously the unfortunate events is that Gohan lets Cell regenerate. Cell goes back down to his second form after Gohan literally delivers a friggin' huge kick that makes Cell throw up. And this is after going into the big, huge monster form that Cell was in. He was just too bulky to do anything to Gohan. And obviously he goes back to his second form, tries to blow up the Earth by committing suicide. And then Goku's obviously the one to be the hero as per usual. And then obviously Cell comes back, and then Gohan is literally damaged. Now, this is something I want to touch on. So Cell came back even more powerful than he once was before due to the Saiyan cells that he inherits from everyone, all the cells that were given to him by Dr. Gero. Gohan is badly damaged, basically broken arm, can't do nothing, trying to save Vegeta. Now, was Cell stronger than Gohan at that point? I don't think he was. At the start when he came back, Gohan would have killed him. But when Gohan got injured, he may not have been as powerful as he was before, but he was easily able to defeat Cell. Obviously with the help and support of Goku, but obviously Gohan was scared because he only had one arm. And it was only until the fact that Z-Fighters got involved and you've seen what was going on, and then Vegeta comes in with the final blow, and then Gohan ultimately unleashes the full energy and kills Cell. I'll still say Gohan was still stronger than Cell at that point, because when you think about it, if he wasn't, he wouldn't have been able to have killed Cell. Cell would have just overpowered him, which he was trying to do anyway, and would have killed him. A lot of people would obviously like to, you know, say Goku was the one that did that, but obviously Gohan's the one that's got the power here, so it makes sense. So guys, overall, I'm pretty sure I've explained the best of my ability of why Gohan is an absolute monster as a Super Saiyan 2. Going from all the way back from when he was a kid, all up until now being so serious, so powerful, just not taking any crap, matching Cell, kicking his butt all over the place, showing the Z-Fighters that he is actually a worthy fighter, which in my view is awesome. Amazing fight, favourite fight of Dragon Ball Z, hands down Gohan versus Cell. Amazing transformations. Akira Toriyama is an absolute genius. Props to him. Props to Bruce Falconer for an amazing OST throughout the entire series, and especially during that fight. Gohan, what an absolute monster. And due to the fact that if I usually play any Dragon Ball Z games, I'm always playing Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan. He's been my main ever since, I think it was Battle of Z? Yeah, it was Battle of Z on the PS3. Yes, guys, I did play that game. I know a lot of people actually cane that game, but for me, I personally enjoyed it because obviously you play it with friends. But regardless of that, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, easily best character of Dragon Ball Z. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you liked anything that I had to say and you enjoyed my video on why Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan is an absolute monster, give this video a big fat thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. Let me know down in the comments below your overall thoughts on Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That would be brilliant. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a post, and I will see you guys for the next video. Until then, see ya.